So, Dr. Rayner, you didn't get enough the first time. You didn't get enough with the blackmail, trying to make you confess. You had a guilty conscience. You didn't have enough the first time. So you decided to come back into the kidnapping business all over again. Now I don't know who you kidnapping babies for this time around. I kind of suspect it's the karaoke somewhere in that little formula or that little area over there, but I ain't gonna judge you. If it's Victor, I wouldn't be surprised. My people in my comment says it's Vivian. Vivian do have a grudge against you. So they say Vivian, I'm running with Vivian. I kind of want to say this is Victor handing this also because you was used before for Victor and Xander. But I'm gonna run with the whole it's Vivian thing. I believe it. I believe it. Stefan, she still ain't over it. Look what she did to Kate. Was it a year ago when she tried to bury Kate alive? So I wouldn't be surprised or shocked if it's Vivian. I also wouldn't be surprised or shocked if it's the Kyriakises. But I'm running with the Vivian. I'm running with the Vivian. Victor ain't really got no grudge against, Lonnie or Eli that we know of that's current or past, besides the baby switching thing. So I'ma run with Vivian. This is 100% Vivian. Y'all say Vivian. Y'all brung up why she mad at Vivian, why Vivian mad at Lonnie, and also to punish Eli. And what better way to get her back is to taking her twins away from her. I'm running with it. It's 100% Vivian, and I also believe it. But Dr. Rayner, the last time you did this little stunt, guilty conscience, you was ready to confess, you was ready to straighten things out. Is your guilty conscience gonna bother you this time or no? Are you gonna be able to handle this pressure this time around? Because you was about to crack into two pieces when Nicole started questioning you the first time about the baby switching thing. You was 2 seconds for cracking into an egg and getting ready to get yoked, you cracked into an egg and all your insides was about to get exposed when Nicole was questioning you the first time. Now you back with the BS again. So I'm wondering, Dr. Rayner, are you going to be able to compose yourself, hold yourself, be able to upstand and take this pressure that you're going to have minus Nicole questioning you? I'm just wondering, are you able to take this pressure again? Because I don't know why would you want to do the same crime twice, but I guess the money, I'm guessing the money, that little New York living you was living when Nicole busted you. Are you in New York now? Are we in New York? I mean, have we left New York, now we in Salem? Or are you still in New York and you just doing a job in Salem and you going back to New York? Or are you going to run to other places, warm places this time around? So I'm wondering about that. And also thinking, why would you want to get yourself in this mess again? You're not, the whole time Bonnie was up there holding them babies, you were scared, confused, you seen the ghosts, you couldn't much name the babies, you didn't want her to touch the babies, but we know Bonnie is the type of person that's forceful and will throw herself at you. So she throwing herself at you. You really didn't have time to respond. You really didn't have no time to react. You really couldn't say much. You was really sitting up there like a fool with your mouth open, wondering what lie can I come up with in 2 seconds or less without being suspicious and what can I say? What can I do? How could I not tell on myself? Like the whole body language you was giving is Bonnie was a smart person. She would know and realize that something in this something here stank. Something not adding up. How a lady of your age having twins this late in your life? Are you babysitting? Do you have a grandchild? I mean, do you have a daughter? Do you have a son? Or these are kids? Like, if Bonnie would have had common sense she was born with, she would have questioned you and would have figured out and put two and two together and realized that you should not be having twins at your age. If they not your grandchildren, why are you, who twins are you babysitting? Basically, she would have asked those type of questions and you basically would have cracked again. So I'm wondering, Dr. Rainer, how long are we in town this time around? Are we? Can we expect you back in 6 months or less, begging for more money, trying to clear your conscience, trying to get this off your back? Can we expect you around July, August, September, maybe sooner, coming back cause you're guilty? Your conscience is killing you. Should we suspect you back? I mean, later on down the line, because this is going to bother you just like the first one bothered you. I don't know how you cleared your conscience all this time of that once Nicole got off your back. Then you come back doing the same thing all over again. So, you gonna tell it? So you want both? You want double the crime for both crimes, huh? So you going for the maximum sentence? You going for the maximum prize this time around once you get caught? Cause you're gonna get caught, depending on who, if it's Vivian, if it's a ghost or whoever you kidnapped a baby for. This time around, you gonna get the meds, and you better hope and pray you see the outside world again, or be able to enjoy yourself without somebody telling you to take a shower, when to eat, nighttime and all that, because you're going to get the meds. And the first part, you know, that first kidnapping you did, that switching you did, yeah, we ain't forgot about that. Trust and believe. It's been solved. They didn't put two and two together. We know it was Victor and Xander. So if that ever come out, expect to get the maximum prize, and you gonna win a monopoly all over. You gonna have a whole maximum prize to deal with there. So I just want to know, you just getting yourself in more trouble, and I'm wondering how long you gonna be able to hold this one inside this time around. Now since we on the Bonnie, Bonnie, Bonnie. Nah, I done grown to like you a little bit. In fact, I love it when they show you sometimes. You calling yourself judging Philip over your no good behind daughter, and your daughter that like to steal people boyfriends, and your daughter that's not good. Don't get me started on your daughter, Bonnie. She just about as worst as you. Y'all both players, y'all both flirts, and y'all both are no good. So I just want to know, you defending your daughter because Philip broke her heart. Philip, now you grown. You're not a child. Can't nobody bully you. Can't nobody, force your hand. Can't nobody, what's the word I'm looking for with a kid? Can't, darn, what's the word? 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 Can't nobody, talk to you or force you enough. I forgot the word call. Can't nobody do that to make you say, okay, fine, like you a kid, and they can like force you or, try to bully you into doing it. Feel up. Can't nobody, no. And we gonna blame anybody for our gambling problem. We gonna blame ourselves. You're a grown man. You're gonna blame yourself for that, Philip. It is your fault. It is your problem. You cannot blame Bonnie. You cannot blame, I forgot her daughter's name. You can't blame nobody but yourself. Yeah, you was dating her, whatever. Yes, Chloe stole your, well, yes, she stole your work from Chloe or whatever. But you can't blame nobody else for your own gambling problems, and you don't know how to push yourself away from the table. That is on you. That is your problem. You need to deal with this head on. I don't know, why would you agree to work with the mob and launder money through tying with Xander? Couldn't figure out on his own if it wasn't for Polly Pocket. But that's besides the point. And we ain't got to them quite yet, because I'm saving them to the bitter end, because I can't with Xander and Sarah. But anyways, though, Philip, blame your own behind. Chloe, stay out of it. This is none of your business. We're going to need for you to sit down and sit there looking cute with you and your blue sexy eyes. We're going to need for you to sit down somewhere also. We don't need you getting involved in this. You already then got one stabbing on your conscience. We remember El Fidel? Remember? Yeah, we gonna need for you to sit down somewhere, Chloe. We don't need none of the depth on your conscience. You already was shaken and stirred by that first one. We don't need you getting this. We don't need you getting yourself involved in the Mexican mob. We don't need you getting yourself with the U.S. mob. Sit your behind down somewhere, Chloe. The only help you can give Philip at this point is either pay off his debts or sit back and pray for him. Better yet, and well, I don't must think Brady got enough money to help. Whatever. That's the only thing you can do for him right now at this moment, Chloe, is either pay off his debts for him, have Brady put up the other half, go to your father with the deep pockets, tell him you need a loan for a certain amount of money or get half from him, get the other half for Chloe and the other half for Brady. You can split it 3 ways because Philip, we know you're a brat. We know you're a baby. We know you get yourself into trouble that you can't get yourself out of. This including the mob problem. But Philip, we need to take responsibility and ownership. We not saying we don't love you and your antics. All we just telling you to do is grow up. That's all we telling you to do. Yeah, Chloe, stay out of it unless you sitting on a landmine of money. That's the only thing you could do for Philip at this point. In fact, while he's sitting back thinking that, oh, Ava Batali men said that mean I'm out of trouble. It's funny how you got that phone call and you thought you was out of trouble. The mob reminds you that just cause Ava is missing, this is a friendly bill collector reminder that you still owe us our money. With or without Ava on your back, do not let me send another agent now to contact you and to stalk and harass you, maybe bruise up your ankles or your wrists or bruise up your face, or better yet, get you fitted for cement blocks and drop you in some water. Let's not forget, you still owe us our payment. This is a friendly reminder. Do not let us give you warnings. Like Philip, it's time to grow up at this point. Um, who else? Oh, Brady. Brady. Like I said before, and I'ma say again, did you really think that New Year's kiss with Chloe was gonna get? Did you not really? I can't even much get the words out right. Brady, did you really think you weren't gonna get in trouble about that New Year's kiss? Did you really think your wife wasn't gonna be stalking you, watching you, of course catching you in a moment like that? Did you really thought you was a free man to kiss a so-called friend Chloe? I mean, kissed her in her mouth. Did you really think you was gonna get away for that and crazy Kristen wasn't gonna know about it? Did we really think that? Like, come on, Brady. You know better than that. You know Kristen and her insecurities ain't going nowhere. Just cause the woman locked up don't mean she not spying. And of course, look at you. You Brady Black, John Black's son, Victor Kiriaki's grandson. Did you really think when nobody gonna snap a photo up there and say, oh, look, Brady kissing Chloe. And it don't look friendly neither. Did you really think nobody wasn't gonna snap that and of course be messy enough to send it to Kristen email or send it to somebody that know Kristen email that can send it to her? How did you really Brady, use common sense. You should have known that kiss was gonna get to her. Like, I even told you that when I saw you kiss Chloe. I said, that kiss do not look friendly. I don't know no friend that dated this person once upon a time in their life gonna kiss somebody that long in their mouth like that and y'all locking lips like y'all lovers. I ain't never seen nobody do that. Now, you would have kissed her on the cheek, that would have been a different story. But the open mouth, insert tongue, her tongue on your mouth, and then gonna do a little long kiss like y'all lovers, Happy New Year's, babe. Oh, you should have known you was gonna get in trouble for that. I'm surprised and shocked Kristen didn't have nobody there to chop both of y'all lips off after you got done. Or cut them off in the same instance as you kissing her. Brady, you should have known you was gonna get in trouble for that. I'm surprised and shocked that Kristen finally confronted you about that. I was just waiting for the how long. But yeah, you got caught and you was dead behind wrong. And I don't care how you told Kristen to try to cool her out. Wrong is wrong. You kissed that woman the wrong way. If that's your friend, oh, I didn't know she was in town until we, oh, I didn't know we was working together. Oh, that's just a friend. There's nothing there. You know I love you. You know I love our family, me and my daughter. Oh, I got these photos to show you of my daughter, her growing up, laughing. And Kristen didn't care about none of that. She could care less about any of that. She was more concerned about this kiss and you kissing the ex that you so-called supposed to be calling a friend. That was more important than her than them photos of her child. I mean, Brady, come on now. That kiss, we gonna leave you alone, Brady, and get off your neck. But I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, if I was Kristen, I probably would have clotheslined you as soon as you walked in them doors. I'm just saying, insecurity and all running wild. If I would have had something to poke you with, I probably would have poked you with it too. So you lucky you got off as lucky as you did when it came to Kristen and her insecurities and worrying about if you trying to move on with Chloe all of a sudden while I'm up here locked up doing time for doing taking justice and being a vigilante justice in my behalf for Victor for what he did to switching my child and pretending that my child was dead. So Brady, you was dead behind the wrong. Moving on to the twins missing. Moving on to that. Lonnie, I feel for you. As much as I like you sometimes, can't stand you sometimes, you get on my nerves sometimes, I feel for you. You lost one child, then you end up gaining two, then you end up having these child a term, and then they deliver successful. You ready to take them home, and somebody comes and kidnap your child. I'm surprised you still standing up, to be quite honest with you, because if I was you, they'll have to roll me off the ground, pick me up off the ground, or keep me on my feet because my legs would be jelly if I was you. I'm sorry. You done went through too much in your life concerning kids, concerning children in general, and then you finally get the chance to have not one blessing, but two blessings and one delivery, and now all of a sudden somebody holding a grudge against you can't take your kids. I would be on the ground crying. I wouldn't be able to stand up straight. They'll have to tote me, they'll have to push me around in the wheelchair. I might even much roll out the wheelchair. I don't know how you standing on. Yeah, I tell you that you strong. You stronger than what I would ever be. If I done lost one, end up gaining two blessings, and now these two blessings now all of a sudden then disappear from the hospital thanks to somebody holding a grudge against me, and I finally had two successful blessings, and now my blessings are not missed and gone God knows what and God knows where environment, and I don't get to raise my children. I don't get to do nothing with my kids, and I'm going to be setting up straight. Lonnie, you stronger than I ever be. That's all I'm going to tell you. And I hope this don't last very long. And for your sake, I hope this don't. Because I can only imagine what you only going through knowing that you had twins and knowing that you're not able to hold your twins because somebody then stole your twins from a no-good hospital that's, I don't know how someone, like I said, I ain't getting on university back today or tonight or this morning. However, it's too much stuff going on. I wouldn't trust University Hospital if that was the last hospital on this planet Earth. I'd rather go to another state, another country, or somewhere else before I trust University Hospital. They don't do DNA tests right. Somebody always messing with the results. Can we get anything straight out of University Hospital at this point? Can anything wrong not happen at University Hospital? I mean, anything. You can't trust a DNA test without doing about 3, 4 of them back to back. You can't. You want to worry about who doing the test in general because they like to put their fingers in the test and do this and play around with it, and it turn out to be the wrong thing and don't supposed to say the right. Where it end up saying the wrong thing besides the right thing. Then on top of it, half of the staff there, you don't know if you can trust them or throw them away. It's like, I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust that hospital at all. Not even much a little bit. I'd rather go, have my children somewhere else, take a test anywhere else. I don't think I'll trust University Hospital, but it comes highly recommended. They have A+ doctors. I mean, you have all that, but look at this. How did this woman sneak into the hospital? Ain't seen her in years. And how she managed to sneak into the hospital and steal two babies? Just cause she back in town, I mean they gave her clearance to come in the hospital, steal somebody else's kid, have enough common sense to clip the little microchip or the little GPS off the babies. Well, see, that's just why I don't trust University Hospital not that much a little bit. Now moving on to this was another one I'm dreading. Valerie and Abe. We already know Abe want Valerie back. We already know why they broke up. At this point, Abe, I just want to know, why would you want Valerie back? Why would you want her back? She chose her job over you when y'all first started dating the first time. She chose her job over you. You weren't important enough in her life. She decided to move to Washington. Then when she do move to Washington, she got a whole man. I'm pretty sure she didn't keep in contact with you or talk to you. Then she come back to town to see her grandbabies be born and to meet her grandkids. Then all of a sudden, Abe shoots his shot. He shoot his shot, which wouldn't know why he would want you back after the first incident. But okay, I'm not in Abe's head. I'm just wondering, why would you want her back when she did you dirty the first time? I ain't telling the woman she can't go reach for her dreams, and reach for the stars when it comes to her career. I'm just saying, you have other opportunities. Opportunity that's closer to Abe. You chose to follow the dream that's farther away from Abe. You basically chose your job over Abe. Now, why would I want to take a second shot at you? What is it? No, the third shot? Because the first time y'all didn't work out, then this time she chose her job over you. So what is this, the third shot you didn't have with her, and then this time she got an excuse for you. Oh, well, yeah, well, what kind of guy you think is good for me? You're flattering me. Ew, I like that. Yeah, so what kind of man you think is good for me? Well, I got to tell you something though. I'm already seeing somebody else. We're not really serious or whatever though, but I'm willing to give you a second chance. Are you willing to try? Why would you want to give this man a second chance? So basically, he your fall guy. So don't nothing work out with this second guy. You already done got in 10 seconds or less. We already got Abe on the back burner, knowing he gonna take you back no matter what. Cause this man carries a torch with you. God knows why he do, but he still loves you. I'm just saying. I don't know why Abe would want you back, so I guess Abe love you for some mysterious ways. I wouldn't want you back after you chose your job after me. I'm just saying though, but maybe Abe found something he like or whatever, and I guess that you worth a try. And I don't understand it, but okay, if that's what turns him on, and that's what turns you on, and you wouldn't keep on playing with Abe like that, go on here. Well, I'm just saying, Abe, you crazy if you want her back. I wouldn't want her back at all. I wouldn't care less than fat. Matter of fact, you can have her, but yeah, Abe, you crazy if you take her back. I'm just saying though, but that's your business. So I wouldn't want her back. She don't bring nothing to my life. Hey, find you another woman that's worthy, because Valerie is not. Valerie is not. She with the games. She with the games, and she with the BS. And I'm pretty sure at your age, you ain't got time for the games or the BS. Having you on the back burner, got you basically sitting up there waiting to see how this relationship plays out. Even though she knows she really wants you, but she willing to make you see, well, she willing to see how far you would go to earn her love, even though I'm going to leave it alone, I'm going to leave it right there. Hey, if you want her, have fun with her. Me, on the other hand, I wouldn't give her a second or a third shot. I would rather find another lady other than her, because she played too many games for my liking. I didn't like it the first time. Well, the second time when she chose her job over you, but that's just besides the point. On the Xander and Polly Pocket. So Xander, you want to run Titan. You want to lead Titan into the future. You so anxious and want to know what Philip up to and why. Well, you want to find out what Philip up to, and try to get him out of the Titan in general. It's a shame your wife had to give you clues about your dirty habit that you got laying your clothes around what is that, hotel room suite? And she would have never gave you that clue of laundry. You would have never figured out that Philip was laundering money through Titan. Gee, you very smart. You're very smart. This is why I wouldn't trust you with my business in the first place. But you know what? Victor got his reasons why he got you running Titan. I don't know how you couldn't figure this out for the jump. It's obvious he wasn't taking money out. Because if he was taking money out, he would have been flashing money, showing out money. He would have been to the casino. I mean, it's obvious if somebody was taking money from the company. You should have went to your first instinct, should have been laundering money. Think of Ava Vitale. If you lost and don't figure how Ava Vitale and the mob and what they do wasn't a bigger hint for you, I don't know what to tell you, Xander. Because anybody could have told you Ava Vitale, mob. What does the mob do? Launder money through companies. If that wasn't a bigger hint or a clue for you to figure out and put two and two together without your wife telling you about your dirty habit, you living like a pigsty, had to throw you that hint that this might be what's going on. I don't know what to tell you at this point, Xander. And Sarah, this man sat there and ignored you, wouldn't pay you no types of attention, wouldn't even smile in your direction. If it weren't for your hint and your clue, you wouldn't be having sex. How does that make you feel, that business is more important than you? And getting filled up out is more important than you. And I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm closing out this video right there. I ain't going to get them too much. You know, she like it, he love it. So, why they do, she like it, he love it. She don't care as long as she gets some attention. So, you know what? Y'all have fun with him. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all morning, and have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.